That is Gronk. He's not only back in the NFL, 24/7 WWE champion still. He is also now a Tampa Bay Buck. He decided he wanted to come back and called up New England and said, I want to come back, but I don't want to come back there. I want to go play with my buddy Tom Brady. And so Belichick said, fine, goodbye. So Gronk and a 7th rounder go to Tampa Bay in exchange for a 4th rounder. Adam, what was your initial reaction when this came out?
Well, as you may know, if you're a frequent watcher of Fumblegate, Jason Grefer and I have both predicted this, that Rob Gronkowski's retirement would not last forever. I think we are both surprised in the end result in this. I don't think either of us predicted ahead of time, and if you go back to our past shows, obviously we've had a long layoff. I don't think either of us predicted that Tom Brady would end up in Tampa Bay. We knew he was going to end up in a new destination. I actually thought he was going to end up back in New England. I was wrong on that. But once he found a new destination down there in Tampa Bay with Bruce Arians and the staff they have down there,
yep.
It kind of felt like the next domino to fall. Again, we both thought that Rob Gronkowski's retirement would not last forever. And it's funny, and you mentioned that Rob Gronkowski called up. I don't know. It would be interesting to see who made that first call, whether it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whether it was Tom Brady, or whether it was Gronk himself, to kind of see what was going to happen with that opportunity. But, Rob Gronkowski coming out of retirement, the joke is, Bill Belichick is trading a retired player for a 4th-round draft pick, and we all know what the Patriots can do with 4th-round draft picks and beyond. Probably the GOAT coming out of the 6th round up there in New England. But it is an interesting trade, whereas Tampa Bay seems to become an immediate contender. And I know their division is not easy. Obviously, dealing with the likes of New Orleans and Drew Brees coming as the front runners, but it's hard to discount the fact that Tampa Bay immediately becomes a playoff contender, probably a division contender, and it's hard at this point to discount them as a Super Bowl contender when it comes from the NFC, because as we look at the NFL and the big picture, the NFL is particularly AFC loaded right now.
Yeah.
The NFC is a little bit bigger of an open picture. And when you bring probably what most would consider the GOAT is a quarterback and Tom Brady coming to Tampa Bay, and now you bring in one of the most dominant tight ends of all time, and we talked about this on the show before, probably a Hall of Famer without continuing his career.
Yep.
And now you're going to add in probably what looks to be at least 2 more years with Tom Brady. And if he continues to play, we'll see what Tampa Bay does in the long run. But they immediately become contenders. Obviously, 8-8 with a quarterback who threw 30 interceptions. And when it comes to punch face, a record setter in Jameis Winston with the 30 year. You bring in a guy like Tom Brady, who is not going to make terrible throws the way that Jameis Winston does. You put up the meme if you want to throw it up on the screen. Jameis Winston just chucking it up and says, screw it, somebody's going to catch it. Tom Brady is not going to make throws like that. And that's why I think it really honestly puts them immediately in contention when you bring in a safety valve or a big play threat or however you want to term it with Rob Gronkowski and a quarterback with like Tom Brady who's not going to make dumb decisions. It's probably one of the biggest moves of the offseason. It's really going to put Tampa Bay in a position to compete for the division title. And certainly at this point, I think you have to pencil them in as an NFC playoff team. And at that point, with the new expanded NFL rules, it's been a long time since we've been on the air. The new expanded NFL playoff rules, or the new playoff system, that the fact that more teams are getting in the playoffs in each division, I think you have to put Tampa Bay in the playoffs right now. And we all know what Tom Brady can do in the playoffs, particularly when he has a guy like Rob Gronkowski who's going to be that check down receiver and somebody he can count on repeatedly to kind of put them over the top.